Hi everyone, this is Eric Johnson. Welcome to this channel. This channel is devoted to kicking demon butt, getting rid of demons, and they're very prevalent on Earth. I'm learning more about them each day. Today I want to share my story and why I created this channel. I've been haunted, I've been possessed by demons. They've given me various addictions, and I've had a lot of blackouts, which is a total demon portal where they enter me and I do very strange, sometimes violent things. And so that leads me to my story of when I was possessed during a blackout. This was many years ago. Um, I was a heavy alcoholic. I blacked out every night. And so I have no idea what entered me, what came into me. And a lot of times I would black out many different hours or many hours, sometimes whole nights. And this one particular night, I was with my girlfriend, and she was much older than me. I was only 20, um, 24, and she was 44. And we had been together for 4 years. And I drank almost every night with her, and she tolerated it because she loved me. And I was basically just an angry lost kid who wasn't friends with his mom or dad, and she was kind of like a surrogate mother, also, and it confused me, and I had a lot of rage. I was angry at my parents. I was angry at her because I wanted her to be young and sexy, like, whatever. She was still beautiful, but she was an older woman and it confused me. But, anyways, it wasn't her fault. What happened was I got drunk and she came home from work, and I wanted to go for a walk because I wanted to get out of the house and I wanted to act like a normal couple. I didn't want to hide at home anymore. And I was already really drunk, and I was like, let's leave. Let's go out. And she'd been working all night cooking at a restaurant, and she was like, no, I just want to read my book and relax. And I didn't have it. I was like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go out. And she was like, no, I'm gonna just read. And all of a sudden, we were in the bedroom and I was facing her. And I don't want to get into graphic detail because it still is a very painful memory. But I basically struck her, and I started to weep. And I remember crying. I was the person crying. I remember that. I was the person crying, and then all of a sudden I started to leave. I could feel I was leaving, and all of a sudden I started to laugh. And it wasn't me anymore. I could still see through my eyes, but I was now laughing at her as she was scared because I had struck her. And I could see the fear in her eyes, and demons love fear. They feed on fear. And I saw that. And for a moment, I thought that I could easily take her life, and it excited me. And I've never had these thoughts in my life, ever. I was a sweet boy, I was a nice kid, and here I am, 24, and I'm looking at this older woman in our bedroom, and I just got excited that I could take this little earthling, like a pawn, like a easy, just like an animal, like taunting a scared animal, and it excited me. And then I snapped out of it, and I started crying again. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And then all of a sudden it overtook me again, and I started to laugh, and I was just like, and and it happened again, and that happened 3 times. It was like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and It went back and forth 3 times, from me crying to laughing to crying to laughing to crying to laughing. And she finally escaped the apartment and went and got help. And then I just snapped out of it. I was looking for her. I was crying. I was like, "Where are you?" And I was crying. And then I was met by the police. And then I spent the night in jail. So that was many years ago. And I've been sober for about 10 years. And I have other addictions. In fact, the demons still love playing with me. My number one addiction, or my number one demon right now, is fear. I'm scared of people, and I just stay at home. And I've gotten so tired of this, and I thought it was me. I thought there was something wrong with me. But I've been watching a man named Derek Prince, and he specializes in removing demons and demonic possession. And it really opened up my eyes, and it gave me a sense of relief that I'm not broken, that it's not in my head necessarily, that it's demons still playing with me, and they're playing with me hard, and they're ruling my life. Even though I pray every night, I'm not masturbating anymore. I'm not watching porn. I'm not drinking. I don't smoke. I am pretty innocent these days, but I am haunted by the past, and I'm haunted now by fear, by insecurity, by not living up to my standards, etc., etc. I can go on and on with all the fears and insecurities I have now. So this channel is to finally shed light on the demons. And thank God, and thank you for Jesus, because without guidance from Jesus and asking him for wisdom every night, I wouldn't have discovered Derek Prince and all the other fascinating preachers, including Dan Mohler, Todd White, Stephen Furtick, Derek Prince, and who knows who else. But this channel is devoted to demons and getting rid of them. And it's going to specialize in alcoholism. And because I know that when you're drunk, it is a demon portal. They love it when you're drunk. They love it when you're passed out. They love it when you're blacked out. They can easily enter when you're blacked out. So please subscribe to this channel, support the channel, subscribe to it, share this video, and let's get the word out, because I believe there's millions of demons walking the earth right now, waiting to find occupants, waiting to find vessels to enter. And so if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling doubt, if you are feeling regret, if you are an addict, you might possibly have a demon right now, or many. They like to travel in groups. In fact, every time I relapsed from alcohol, everything else followed. The cigarettes came back, the porn came back, the lying came back, the laziness came back, the eating, the sloth came back, the gluttony came back, the envy came back. So they travel in groups. Okay, so you probably recognize that if you're trying to stay sober, or if you're trying not to be bad, but you break it and you do bad, you probably notice that many different things happen to you. Not just one bad thing, but then a whole string of things happen. And relapses can last years from one relapse, because there's a lot of guilt and shame. And as Todd White says, the devil's 3 most powerful tools or weapons is guilt, shame, and condemnation. So if you feel condemned, if you feel shame, if you feel guilt, you're being played by Satan, because God is love. If you're either in love or you're in fear. And I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that it is really black or white. You're either for him or you're against him, Jesus. And There is no fence, sitting on the fence. If you're sitting on the fence, you're sitting on the fence with Satan. And this really is a spiritual war, more so than ever in any of the history of this world. And I want to shine the light through. I want Jesus to work through me. I am just a vessel. This is not about me. This is not even going to be about my channel. This is your channel. This is God's channel. Okay? So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this, and peace be with you. God bless.